Hey guys, Ajax22 here, and doing a quick series of videos on throwing this into a heated ultrasonic cleaning tank. So this actually should be a lot of fun. We'll just set this bad boy in there and give it a little bit Alright guys, just finished the first go around, and yeah, it actually seems to be getting some of the black crud that was built up off. Curious to see what it's doing inside the barrel, but it does seem like it's helping. Yeah, still a sewer pipe. Alright, let's do another batch of this. Why not? Alright. Be back in a second. Alright guys. Next batch of the ultrasonic cleaning is done. Nice and hot. Seems like it's hard to tell if stuff's coming off or not. I'm guessing yes, but I'm gonna run it through a couple more times, I think, before we start prying and oiling again. So we'll see how it plays out. All right, back into the dip. All right. Okay, guys. Sorry this is taking so long. But basically I forgot this in the ultrasonic tank, and it lived there for a while, and it just kept getting run, which is not a bad thing. Had some pretty interesting results. I don't know if you guys can make it out. Let's see if I can get the focus. But if you see here, there is starting to be a parting line on the crane, and I've actually had some luck in wiggling it. You can see the line here, and stuff's coming out. So the crane is starting to think about moving. You'll notice that the little hand side piece here busted. Sorry, it's just not salvageable. It's alright, we already have another one. And that's an internal component, so it won't really affect the aesthetic. And as you can see, it's really starting to come apart. This one's going to be run again in the electrolysis setup. As you can see, it's the carbon slash soot slash what have you is coming off still in pretty decent quantity. The ultrasonic bath combined with it alternates between that and like a tank of penetrating oil when we're doing that. So it does seem like it got in there pretty good. Yeah, still got quite a ways to go on this, but I'm very encouraged by that crane starting to move ever so slightly. I mean, I have to bang on it with a screwdriver. Basically stick the heavy screwdriver in as a wedge, and then pry it a tiny bit, and then it moves, and then you whack on it with a soft mallet and it moves back, which that's on the 1911 when the slide started moving. That's what it looked like. It was just a tiny bit of motion at first, and it rapidly progressed to a lot more motion, but it needed soft hammering to make it happen. Yeah, exciting stuff. So yeah, gonna try a new setup for electrolysis using Epsom salts. I've been reading good things about that, and you know, if that doesn't work, I'll go with the washing soda, but have the Epsom salts. Gonna grab some 5-gallon buckets today, and actually I'll do a video on, you know, my how I do my setup, and you know what the idea behind it is, and then we'll run it, because I want to see this one get to a point where I can start actually fitting it with parts, and you know, have moving things and start pulling these little internal parts out. It's exciting stuff. This is almost to the point where, you know, I start to get a little giddy, because you know, there's that moment when it transitions from a long shot to pretty decent shot that you know, it's a good moment. And I think we're pretty close to that. The crane wiggling for me definitely made me happy. I don't think we can remove the crane on these without tackling these screws, and that's gonna be a moment. So I might actually wind up tackling the screws first. Take it to the mad scientist. He's got proper Brownells bits that I think will fit that. I don't want to go through the ordering of crap gunsmith screwdriver bits again. I want to just find the right ones and chuck it up in a proper gunsmithing vise and do it. You know, playing at other people's shops definitely spoils you something fierce when it comes to these things. Yeah, Brownell's bits are pretty righteous, especially the full screwdrivers with the fixed shaft. Everybody should have a set of those, you know, if they have the money for them. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see that there's still, you know, the black stuff all over it, which is an oxide layer, I believe. It's a combination of oxide and dirt, and it's just, you know, the black, the byproduct of the electrolysis process too. And sometimes that can be kind of tough to get off without mechanical action. But the penetrating oil and ultrasonic really seem to have broken it loose a little bit. It seems to be pretty much the main thing that's holding the crane locked at the moment. There you go. Yeah, I don't think the crane itself is going to be salvageable, but I think the frame is likely, you know, maybe not going to be pretty afterwards, but it'll still be usable. Yeah, exciting stuff, guys. I'm quite excited. Not to reuse an adjective over and over again, but yeah. Would be nice to know the serial number. I'd get off a little bit on that, but still plenty of black stuff to carve off the frame first. I think I may do a round of sitting in front of the television with a scraper and just trying to chip off the black stuff. I've done that before to good effect, and it makes, you know, the process go a little faster sometimes. The trick is not, you know, carving up the frame, it's just chipping the scale. But yeah, she's coming along. The wiggle got me excited. All right, that's where everything's at. I'll get back to it, and I'll probably do a video before this goes into the new electrolysis setup that we're doing, and then get right on it. All right. Have a good one.